at Batavia. And I'd like to start with the very first memory that I've made here, a memory that made me confident that I'd be surrounded by a loving and caring community. This memory dates all the way back to Mrs. Fleckinger's kindergarten class. It was the day I was leaving for India for an entire month, and as a kid who hated change, my sadness radiated throughout the entire morning. I remember hearing my name get called over the intercom for dismissal, and I started to make my way to the door. But before I reached the door's handle, Harmon and the rest of my classmates reached me first with open arms, embracing me and saying their goodbyes. This moment from when I was still learning how to read, write, and count, this simple act assured me that I'd have a place at Batavia with amazing people. And the moment becomes even sweeter when I realize that the friends who comforted me that day over a decade ago are still my friends today. The same message stays true with the story behind my friendship with Avery and Jack. The summer after this kindergarten year, the three of us were grouped together in Camp Invention, tasked with the problem of fixing a light bulb. We must have been the best 6-year-old engineers in the world because that light still shines within us today. The three of us have stuck together ever since that moment and have achieved so much as a trio. Our lifelong friendship together must have been fate, as three kids who are randomly put in a group are all speaking at today's graduation. So as we all prepare to leave the dog pound, make sure to find your community no matter where you decide to go. Find friends who will support you through thick and thin, and don't forget about the ones that you've already made. Now let's fast forward through the years. Let's get past my memories of blowing bubblegum with Jocelyn in first grade, past the stomach bug that had kids lined up across our hallways for days, past Daniel accidentally taking his shirt off at recess and hiding in the bushes, yeah, I still remember that, and how I tried to impress Summer in sixth grade with my magic tricks. And we should probably skip past the part where Prindle threatened to throw Nick Berkey out the window as well. I look into my life, and the next great memory I have is from 7th grade, and that is the Courage Retreat. While this event seemed like just another day and another field trip to some of us, I made a specific memory that day that changed my life. We all remember the ending, where students were given a chance to speak their mind about something and then place a stone in a pool of water, causing a ripple effect to signify the message rippling across our class. I remember listening as Eben spoke, and then how Henry spoke, and all of a sudden, I was walking towards the microphone that day as well. I'm not sure how this happened. I've never spoken in front of a large group like this before, but I remember giving my speech and shaking, yet feeling a sense of thrill and wonder as well. While I spoke, I found a new passion in myself, a passion for speaking out, motivating others, and leading. I'm choosing this memory to recount because it shows how our best skills in life might come unforeseen, even buried deep within ourselves. We often find our greatest strengths by stepping outside of our comfort zones and taking a chance. I placed a bet on myself that day when I walked up to that microphone, and that bet ended up winning because here I am now. Now, I could go on endlessly about the experiences that we have made for ourselves these past 13 years and the lessons that have come from them. I could talk about the DC trip, the first time most of us stayed with peers and not family. I could talk about Sam Smith eating pizza in his shower during Future City, or how COVID split us apart not only because of quarantine, but because of the virtual Wednesdays built into our schedules, where we finished our work in an hour and then slept the rest of the day. I could go on and on about the trials and tribulations that we've gone through together, and I could talk about a moment I've had with every single one of you. But I know we're all eager to turn our tassels, so I'll leave these stories in my memories. However, I do want to say this. Our achievements, our personalities, and our strengths can all be seen as an effect of an experience, moment, or relationship that we have had while enrolled at Batavia. And while we're all graduating from the same high school, we all have something unique to offer to the world. By the way, for those of you wondering, the speech I gave at the Courage Retreat that day was also about the memories that our classes made together. I guess this topic, just like all of you guys, has always had a special place in my heart. Graduates, I want you to look at the people sitting around you. Look at the people sitting on the other side of the room. Some of these people have been your friends since elementary school. Some have just been a friendly face that you've seen in the hallways. Either way, most of us have been around each other for over 70% of our lives. We've grown up together and witnessed each other fail, succeed, and mature. Our class has made a reputation for ourselves, and with this reputation, I have no doubt that each and every one of us will move on to accomplish amazing things in life, meeting new people and experiencing extraordinary things along the way. Although the familiar faces that we've grown up with will no longer accompany us, we'll still have the memories to remember each other as we enter this new chapter. I want to leave each and every single one of you with 3 pieces of advice. You might recognize what I'm about to say from our morning routine all those years ago when we were just bulldog pups. First, always stay respectful to yourself and to those you meet as you start your own journeys. Like we learned, treat everyone you meet how you'd want to be treated. Second, stay responsible in life. Every single one of you has proven your potential to succeed and do something great. Keep your fire alive. And third, be safe. There's so much in this world for us to experience, so explore it with open hearts and smart minds. So Bulldogs, for one last time, be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Thank you, and congratulations once again to the class of 2024.
At this time, I would like to introduce Board President Ms. Barb Brunner for the class address.
I'm taking a good look at you. It's my privilege to speak with you this afternoon. Alexander Graham Bell once said, "When one door closes, another door opens." But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the ones that open for us. So often, we spend time focusing on the closed doors that we fail to see the opportunities that will await you when the next door opens. I'm currently reading a super book, and in there is a story about a door that was closed. That door closed to protect a man and his family from danger and harm. In your life's journeys, doors may close for the very same reason. Do not spend time trying to open those closed doors. Move on and be ready to explore new adventures in your life that may promise to prosper you and give you a hope and a bright future. If I had focused on a closed door in my life, I would not have had the opportunity to love and care for so many of you when you were just little ones. That closed door 34 years ago opened a new door that has brought me here today to celebrate with all of you on your accomplishments. Now I want you to take out that Alexander Graham Bell invention. Go ahead. I checked with Mrs. Connor and she said it was okay. Did you bring your phones? Okay. She said it's okay. You're not in trouble. I want you to add a number. I gotta look up my number because I seldom call myself. Actually, I never call myself. Okay, here we go. First number. Oh, not my number, it's Mr. Millard's number. So go ahead and put that down in case you ever need a ride on a yellow school bus. Oh, here's the next number you can put down. This is Mr. Buis. You can put that down in case you feel like you need a little more discipline in your life. I'm going to give it to him. The last number is my number. 513 324 7627. Now text me first, because I don't answer numbers I don't recognize. But I promise you, I will call you back. No matter where you are or what you're doing, if you need me, you may call me. When you are struggling with those closed doors and deciding what opportunity to embrace, I am always available to listen and help you weigh your options and your decisions. Finally, remember, don't focus on closed doors, but search for for the new opportunities that will come your way. I love each of you, and I care about you, and I will always carry you in my heart. God bless you.
This year, the class of 2024 nominated members of their own class as potential commencement speakers. These students prepared a speech to audition in front of a panel of administrators, teachers, and fellow students. This year's class speaker is Nathan McHugh. Nathan plans to attend Kent State University and major in library and information science.
So, we finally made it. Amidst every setback, every accomplishment, every trial and tribulation, we have finally graduated. Completing the greatest achievement of our lives so far, we now prepare to go off to the great unknown. Commencement speeches are often given at the end of one's academic journey, leading to the common misconception that commencement means the end. In reality, it means the beginning, with commencement speeches serving to inspire motivation so that we may fearlessly go out into the wider world. However, the fact that you are all here standing proves that you already possess that motivation. And as we go out into the beginning of the rest of our lives, we need to remember everything that these last 18 years have taught us, so that we may sustain motivation to overcome the struggles that life will inevitably throw at us. Now that we are heading out into the wider world, we will frequently need to face mundane problems that we simply never had to worry about before graduation. When we eventually face these problems, we must remember that we spent many years of our lives learning, and not to sound redundant, how to learn. In every lesson that we were taught, whether it was proving a triangle exists in geometry, determining the symbolisms of a book in English, or even learning about sponges on sticks in history, we learned not only the knowledge of the class, but also the skills required to learn in them. And whether we know it or not, we have been taught how to persevere against problems that life throws at us. Thank you to all the wonderful teachers, staff, and administration, both old and new, for putting up with all of our antics and for teaching us that we should trust ourselves, as we all know more than we think we do. As we continue this long graduation ceremony, we need to understand that while it is undeniably for the graduates, because after all, we have been working on this for the better part of our lives, it is also in part for our parents, guardians, and caretakers. This ceremony not only celebrates our achievements, but also celebrates one of their greatest achievements as well. Often while we are growing up, we start to take our guardians' care and advice for granted, without knowing the sacrifices that they made to raise us. However, as countless struggles occur in our life, we will eventually need that care and advice more than ever. We all need to remember that we always have people wishing the best for us, and will be there when we need it most. We never say it enough, but we love you more than you could ever imagine, and we know that you feel the same. And now, to the graduates. One of the most common pieces of advice given to us in regards to living life to the fullest is to always appreciate the small things. Despite this being a common sentiment across many people, appreciating the small things is a nearly impossible task, because once you start appreciating them, they become so much more important than that. There is an argument that every graduate here has been appreciating the small things for the entirety of our academic career, from being able to talk to our classmates, seeing our friends in the hallways, and even knowing what was for lunch. These small things brought happiness and joy to our lives, even when the weight of the world around us was beating us down. If these little things can have such an impact on our lives, how could it ever be something so small? To every graduate, alumni, and current student of Batavia, thank you for all the small things you gave each and every day, for it made the world a difference to us. Now that we are at the end of our lives as high school students, we have to look forward and embrace stepping out into the next phase. While there have been times we have felt fear, times we struggled, and times we felt uncertain, there will always be times of happiness, times of joy, and times of hope. If we remember what we learned so far, we now stand at the precipice of our beginning, the beginning of new experiences, the beginning of a new us, the beginning of a new chapter. Most importantly, take what you learned. You're at the beginning of the rest of your life. Congratulations to you, class of 2024.
Superintendent Mr. Millard, High School Principal Mrs. Andrea Connor, High School Assistant Principal Mr. Matt Buis, and High School Guidance Counselors Mrs. Felicia Grooms and Mrs. Beth Poling, and Batavia Board of Education, please come forward. The Board of Education of Batavia Local Schools is proud to present the graduating class of 2024 and the conferring of diplomas.
Please hold all applause until all names have been read so each family can hear their graduate's name being announced. Jumana Iman Abdullah. Alea Nicole Amata. Zachary William Applegate. Haley Marie Ashcraft. Ella Grace Barnhart. Elena Lee Barton. Michaela Ann Beckley. Charlie Edward Lee Belcher. Anna Maria Beavers. Lillian May Berger. Taylor Lee Bowling. Abigail Charlene Broussard. Michael Leffler Brown. Nicholas Alexander Brown. Wyatt Lee Bruner. Nicholas Brian Berkey. Jay Burton. Xander Tatum Butcher. Kian Matthew Butler. Alejandre May Caldwell. Dimitri Michael Lee Carson. Summer Michelle Caruso. Jaden Patrick Thomas Carver. Annie Cottle. Lily Christensen. Timothy Richard Brighton Collette. Ariana Marie Roslyn Collins. Zachary Lee Cope. Grace Leo Crawford. Clinton Thomas Creek. Daniel Thomas Dacey. Ashley Michelle Daniels. Aya Grace Davis. Yash Dayal. Camden Charles Ryan Doss. Aaliyah Juliana Dowdy. Candace Marie Dreyer. Aiden Daniel Dew. Garrett Jackson Dunn. Wesley Charles Embry. Rachel Dawn Englert. Ashlyn Michaela Etheridge. Lucas Benjamin Philla. Joshua Ezekiel Fluke. Megan Rose Gateskill. Jack Charles Garrison. Emily Elizabeth Ginn. Henry Flynn Gibson. Michael Trace Godfrey. Aiden Nicholas Gollett. Morgan Louise Hall. Alexander Frederick Hall. Evan Charles Hamilton. Dominic James Hanna. Riley Nicole Hayer. Kyle Scott Harmon. Avery Crane Hauk. Damian Haynes. Abigail Marie Hellman. Caden Michael Helms. Austin Daniel Henson. Addison Kara L. Hiley. Brooke Elizabeth Hines. Fallon Grace Hogel. Isabella May Hornsby. Braden Matthew Huff. Charles Nicholas Hune. Colin Michael Hunsicker. Madeline Alyssa Hussey. Anjali G. Iyer. Jason Robert Johnson, Jr. Alex Monroe Jouette. Harmon Gregory Kale. Eva Marie Kellerman. Sydney Morgan Kidwell. Sienna Michelle Kepi. Giovanni Gabriel Lally. Landry Marie Lehman. William Allen Lee. Brianna Leela Lewis. Carter Joseph Lynch.
Ariana Liseth Machuco Lazo. Caden Anthony Madden. Sophia Elizabeth Marr. Ian Benjamin Marsh. Hannah Jo Maines. Connor Andrew McElfresh. Nathan Thomas McHugh. Peyton Kai McMillan. Richard Alexander Metz. Eben Ray Adonis Morris. Haley Yvonne Myers. Anna Lynn Naylor. Jackson Cash Naylor. Ava Lynn Neumeister. Garvin Lee Newberry III. Drake Allen Edward No. Haley Olivia Olson. Taylor Reese Ostendorf. Benjamin William Paget. Dean Michael Pastora. Mahi Shailendra Patel. Nidhi Patel. Isabel Clara Peck. Sheila Addison Piercefield. Gavin Ross Pearson. Jalen Keith Pitts. Trevor John Ranley. Emily Morgan Raffett. Abdus Samad Hassan Ramani. Zanaya Maishe Lerae Rice Eubanks. Brianna Michelle Rivero. Grayson Darby Robbins. Jasmine Ruby Robert Shaw. Ian Mitchell Roll. Jess Paul Roller. Kaylee Marie Rose. Rockford Russell Rose. Lily Ruth Sanders. Remy Leanne Nicole Scales. Braden Joseph Schaefer McGavney. Michaela Marie Schirmbeck. Georgia Leanne Schneider. Landon Isaiah Schubert. Reagan Arlene Scranton. Caitlin Nicole Seward. Brooklyn Kennedy Sharon. Austin Ray Shepard. Emma Marie Schinkel. Haley Nicole Slaughter. Andrew J. Smith. Isabella Pearl Smith. Milena Renee Smith. Samuel David Smith. Jordan Nicholas Spires. Kendra Nicole Stagnero. Emma Christina Statham. Jocelyn May Stevens. Titus Aaron Sternberg. Lillian Ruth Stutz. Oliver Sutter. Taylor Alexi Sims. Madeline Leanne Tho. Claire Elizabeth Tippins. Ashley Ann Varney. Xavier Michael Wagner. Malachi Sincere Wagner. Gabriella Nicole Ward. Aaliyah J. Weaver. Zane Alexander Weber. Emery Joy Williams. Jaden Gary Williams. Jayshawn Anthony Willman. Michaela Destiny Elizabeth Wilson. Matthew Adam Winkler II. Aaron Joseph Witt.
Ms. Bruner, members of the Board of Education, Mr. Millard, Superintendent of Batavia Local Schools, these students have completed coursework required by the State of Ohio and the Batavia Local School Board. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the graduates of the class of 2024. Avery Howe, president of the class of 2024, is on his way for the tassel turn.
"5 minutes left in high school. Some say it came too fast. Some say not fast enough. Good afternoon, friends, families, and fellow graduates. As I stand before you today, I am honestly filled with a sense of pride and gratitude. We've all walked through the same halls, shared in the same struggles, and celebrated the same victories. Today is the culmination of those shared experiences, and it is truly an honor to address you as your class president. As we stand on the threshold of a new chapter in our lives, we must take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to our families and friends. Their unwavering support, love, and encouragement have been the anchor of our success. To those who are here with us today, your presence means the world to us. And to those who couldn't be here today or we have lost along the way, we feel your spirit and remember your influence and sacrifices. Ladies and gentlemen, today we celebrate not just our academic achievements, but also the incredible milestones we've reached together. Our class has made history in so many ways. We were the first to organize a successful student-ran dance, an event that brought our community closer and showcased our leadership and creativity while helping us earn money for our class. Our art program has expanded beyond the common showcases of high schools. Make sure to remember to buy some Peak apparel, guys. Our academic quiz team soared to new heights, representing us on the national level with pride and excellence. We've had numerous students win in national business competitions, proving that hard work and dedication can take us far. This year, we also introduced gymnastics to our school, adding a new dimension to our athletic program. Our track team is also heading to state this week. Hey, and we also won a few football games this year, guys. Our record-breaking musicals demonstrated our talent and passion for the arts. setting new standards for future productions. Perhaps most notably, we've seen our graduation rate climb to an impressive 95%, a testament to our strong perseverance and the unwavering support of our teachers, families, and administrators. And one more achievement. I'd also have to say we were the most attractive class going through here. Yeah. Today, we stand tall, ready to take on the world, knowing that we have already achieved so much together. Today, we celebrate our achievements. Tomorrow, we start building them. High school doesn't have to be the best years of our life. Remember, as Yash said, the future is ours to shape. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you all for the opportunity to be your 4-year class president. You guys providing me with that sense of trust means the world to me, and I have learned so much while watching our class grow to new heights. You all are truly family to me. If there's anything you take away from me speaking today, I want it to be something that you guys have taught me through these achievements that we all have acquired. This can be perfectly summarized by this Bob Marley quote, and that is, "The greatness of a person is not in how much wealth they acquire, but in their integrity and ability to affect those around themselves positively." Thank you. All right, and on a more technical note, guys, family, friends, and guests, we kindly ask you to meet the graduates outside or in the Eastgate area, which is to my right. Upon exiting, please be mindful of the elderly and wheelchair guests within the concourse area. The Truist Arena staff will be assisting in the concourse to ensure a clear and safe path for all guests. Your cooperation is appreciated. We also ask that you stay seated and do not stop the graduates during the recessional. Following the tassel turn, graduates will remain at their seats for the cap toss and then recess out. Hey, would the graduates please stand for one more selfie together? All right, let me stand back. All right. Together, as a class, we will turn tassels, symbolizing our completion of one level of challenges and our readiness to take on the next. Congratulations, class of 2024.